What's happening, y'all? Straight to it. What keeps a couple together? What makes them stay together so long? I mean, there's different scenarios, but I'm going to try to give a universal scenario. I can't pinpoint exactly individually as to what makes every couple stick together, because that's impossible. Everybody's different, you know what I mean? But I think I could pinpoint universally what makes most people stick together, you know what I mean? I think off top, they have to feel like they can't do better than you. And you have to feel like you can't do better than them. I know. When you're out here dating people and you give them that feeling that, hey, I can't do better than you. I like you that much. I know they lose interest and all this other bullshit. But the truth is, if they were smart, they would probably choose you. If they felt the same way, vice versa. If they didn't, then that's probably why they didn't choose you. And that's what usually happens. You usually have one or the other person feeling this way, you know. But that's the main ingredient. You can, like, people can try to nitpick at shit all the fuck they want. The bottom line is, if they think that they can't do better than you and you think you can't do better than them, that's what keeps people coming back, even if there's cheating and all this other shit that goes on. And make no mistake about it, ain't nobody, unless it's maybe your grandparents or some shit, ain't nobody in this generation ain't got no type of skeletons or something. When I say skeletons, it might not be skeletons from them, but skeletons from the public. See, in the public eye, you thinking, that's perfect. They together, they this perfect happy couple. And they might be happy because they don't think they can do better than each other. But, you know, you never know. The dude could be asking the girl for threesomes and shit, which makes the dude want to stay together. See, a lot of y'all think, well, how do you get a man not to want other women, and it seems impossible and all that? A lot of times these women are willing to get these dudes threesomes, but in your eyes you think that he's just they're just happy and he can't get enough of the girl. She just knocks his fucking socks off, you know what I mean? It's a lot to go into this shit, and a lot of times you men, man, she's fine as fuck, he lucky as hell. Man, you have no idea sometimes what this dude is doing to keep this girl fucking with him. Like, literally, he could be a slave to this chick damn near, you know, cheaper to keep her type shit. And you think he just this dynamite guy that, look at the bad chick he got, man. He got to be the best ever, dog. He's doing something good and this and that. But a lot of times it's just he bent into the will of the chick. You know what I mean? And that's not every case, but in most cases, y'all been lied to, man. Y'all think, well, I'm a good girl, I'm a good man. One day, by default, I deserve, even though a good woman or man does deserve a good woman or man, you think by default, I'm going to get this good woman or man, it's just going to fall out the sky one day and life's going to present it. And it may happen, but it may not. And the reason why I say this is because I know for a fact, narcissistic men that I know and narcissistic women, I know these people are narcissistic people and use everybody and fucked everybody and did everything. And guess what? They're not alone. They still found somebody. You know why? Because they came across somebody who don't think they can do better or think that person's the best. So they're going to pick that person. It has nothing to do with no fucking good woman or man shit. Because if that's the case, then a lot of narcissistic females and males would not have a girlfriend. And all the good women, so-called good women and men, they would have somebody. Why is it not that? So a woman can be 500 pounds and the best woman ever, best heart on earth, and she ain't got nobody. Why? Because of attraction. Because the other girls look more attractive than her. That's the fucking facts, man. You're not getting sugarcoat shit over here. I'm keeping the facts over here. Facts over here. Well, why does what's his name not leave what's his name? Because he probably cheated or she probably cheated and they got back together. It ain't always this glitz and glamour story that y'all be believing, man. It's not always the case, man. A lot of times it's not the case. Because I could look back at my relationships. They should have been done. But they didn't get done. Why? Because this person don't want to leave or that person don't want to leave. That's what keeps people. You know, ultimately, the question should be what I guess that is the question, but the real question should be what genuinely should keep a woman or keep people together. Cause bad shit can keep people together, like kids. We got kids together, I ain't leaving this chick. Cause if I do, then I'm child support, this or that. Or I'm not leaving him because I don't think I can survive on my own. But I don't like the motherfucker, I hate him. You know what I mean? So the question really should be what bad or what genuinely keeps people together. First off top, you got to be the best they think they can get, and they got to be the best you think they can get. You got to start there. You got to start there, because anytime you get with somebody and they think that, anytime you get with somebody and they think they could do better, or you think you can do better, there's going to be unsatisfaction. There's going to be friction. Why y'all think when people start not getting along, why do y'all think let me say it like this, why do y'all think when people start wanting to see other people or are seeing other people, they stop getting along? They start arguing and all this other shit. They start showing how they really feel about this person. At the end of the day, I hate to say it because a lot of people don't want to hear this shit. You got to get somebody who feels like, you got to get somebody that's your number one fan. There's no way around it. And guess what? I know that bothers a lot of females more than men. Why? Because all you gotta do is look at the dating scene. Oh, he likes me. I don't want him. I want that one. Don't want me. That's how most women are. If you say, hey, I'm interested in you, she don't want you no more. It's conquered. I won. Game over. But I hate to break it to you, that's the only way that you really stand a solid chance of not getting shit on by a man. It has to be a man that thinks you're the shit. But y'all don't want that. Y'all want the one that, she ain't really shit for real, dog. She on my dick and this and that. Because you think he's better than you. And the only reason why you think he's better than you because he acts like you're not good enough. So now you think you're not good enough. So now you feel like you got to make up for that or prove to him that you are good enough. But when it's the guy that actually likes you a lot and thinks you're the shit, oh, he already thinks I'm the shit, I ain't got to prove nothing. But it shouldn't be that way. You should want to prove it to that guy, and the same thing with you dudes. But this is more for the females. They're the ones that I feel is more guilty of this shit than the men. Even though men are very guilty of it. Liking the woman once they got the pussy and all that. So yeah, they guilty of that shit too. But a lot of these relationships, they should have been broke up, but they didn't break up because people feel they fear that you can't do better. I know he's a cheater, but every other man's a cheater too. That's saying that you think you can't do better. Some people don't even be in a relationship with people and have this type of energy. When they're just talking to people. She ain't hit me back up, man, this and that. They start making up excuses in their fucking mind, knowing damn well, she says she's busy all the time. You know that girl is fucking somebody else. Sometimes, though, I get it, we need to see solid proof because you got these narcissistic, lying motherfuckers. You know, they're good at making you think they're this, and in your mind, you think they're that. So therefore, it's hard for you to cross over to the reality of what God showed you. You still kind of feeling like they are what they showed you instead of what God revealed to you. So you got to see it plain as day. And I'm telling you right now, God is going to show you. He going to poke at you for a minute. You don't want to listen? All right, watch this. You about to catch this girl or this dude in the bed with somebody, or you going to see it in your phone. Or matter of fact, I'm going to show you at a store. You're going to show up at a store and see them together. And you're going to realize that girl is not busy. And you're going to realize that girl was wearing a mask the whole fucking time. So what ultimately keeps people together? You got to start with what I said from jump. Y'all both got to be each other's number one fan. You got to feel like this is the best. I can't do no better than this. But both people got to feel that way. Because if you feel that way and they really don't, guess what? All that energy you putting into them ain't going to mean shit. That's what's happening with most people. They're getting desperate and they're getting with somebody who they like a lot, but that person don't like them back a lot. Or vice versa. It's what it is, people. You're gonna have to wait it out or just be your own, just be in a relationship with yourself. If you know deep down inside that woman or man don't really think you're the best shit. And if you know deep down inside that you could actually improve as a person, because I need to say that shit too. Because a lot of times people feel like they not good enough because they not doing what they supposed to do as a person. They don't want to try to lose weight. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. They should though. At the end of the day, it's going to benefit you and make you a happier person. You can do it. If anybody else can do it, you can do it. Anybody else can lose weight, you can. You're going to look better. Anybody else can do this, you can. Anybody else can do that, you can. I don't know why people don't believe in themselves, but they need to start doing that shit. That's the first thing with the self-love shit. And why we on this self-love shit, that's another thing. Other than the fact that y'all need to be each other's number one fan, it also has to be two people that don't really need each other. Why? Why is this important? Because so many people out this motherfucker choosing people off a need. I need this. I need that. Or they're staying with people. I need this. I need that. I'm scared. I can't live alone without this motherfucker. But if you that Beyonce and Jay-Z, we really don't need each other, right? But we want each other. And that's how you know a motherfucker really choosing you, because they feel you're the best. Like, she don't need a man at all and she choosing me? Why me? That girl can fuck any dude she want. She got her own money. She look fine as hell and all that. She got her self-esteem. She's happy. It's not like she need a man to be happy. And she chose me. I gotta be the one. Same thing with the women. But the problem with the women is, this is what women do. I want to fix it up, nigga. I don't want the solid guy. Nah. Because if I get him, all the girls gonna want him and I'm scared and this or that. Don't y'all realize a man that got his shit together and he choosing you because he want to choose you? It ain't like these other motherfuckers. I'm a boss this and that. Knowing damn well you choosing the girl you got right now, you got with because you needed survival. You in survival mode, because before all that you was fucking this and fucking that, and now you want people to believe that this girl just put some type of spell on you and you all in love. And man, stop it. Stop it, man. Like I said, man, those two things, other than that, I really can't touch on it because everybody's different. There's different reasons why relationships last and why relationships fail. The reason why my relationship ended might not have ended the next motherfucker. So all this, I'm in a relationship and you're single, I'm better than you shit. Motherfucker, look, the shit that you still, the stuff that made me walk away from a chick or made her walk away from me, whatever, it could be something that your girl or you won't walk away from. So how can you justify it off of that? Just because people are still together don't mean that they're happy and they should be together. If you go by the rules of relationships, most motherfuckers would be single right now. What's the rules of the relationship shit? Number one, if people cheat and shit like that, it should be done. Number two, you should not be getting with somebody who does not see you number one fan and who you don't see number one, you're their number one fan. If you went by that, motherfuckers would be single, because a lot of people just getting with people out of desperation or staying with people out of desperation. I could say God ultimately, if you want to keep it G. But I ain't gonna do that to y'all because I know y'all don't understand so-called religion. You know what I mean? Y'all don't like that. That scares y'all. So we're not even gonna put God in. But trust me, without God, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because that girl that see that guy temptation and she mad at you, she ain't got that God in her. It's over with. I'm not happy with him. I'm go ahead. Fuck it. I want to fuck old dude. Or the dude. You already know, man. You already know it's gonna be hard for a man not to fuck. And he has an option too. Good luck. Why I'm speaking on that? If you are the girl here, pay attention to this shit. Pay attention. Look, if you are the girl that the guy feels like you're the best he can get, he gonna think twice, 3, 4, 5 times before he fucks another girl. But if you aren't, man, that girl bad as fuck. My girl ain't gonna know. He gonna do it. The only reason why a lot of dudes don't cheat on their girl is because they can't fuck somebody better than her. If he could, he would. And the proof is, look how many men actually fuck women who ain't as good as their girl. They still do it. So stop with the bullshit. But if he know he got that solid girl, like, man, I don't think I'll find another her. He gonna think twice. And if he don't, he's a dummy. And he don't deserve you anyway. But trust me. So is the female. So is the female, man. Why y'all think these dudes can have no money, no nothing? And these women still worship these motherfuckers like they God. You know why? Because that's the one she really wants, and she thinks she can't do no better than him by default. Nobody else compares to this motherfucker in her mind. Doesn't mean in the reality, but in her mind, she feels this way. So y'all that's why I mean by, also, this is what I mean by y'all got to stop thinking good woman, or I'm better than her or him, so they're going to pick me. Shit, that don't mean nothing. It only means something to the person that is being presented the product, which is you. I could be 10 times better. I could be 1,000 times better than her boyfriend in every single category as a man. But guess what? The only category I might not be able to win in is the fact that she's attached to him or scared to leave him, which means no one will compare to him. So all that shit that I got going on, it won't even matter. Same thing with a woman if it's vice versa, a female. All that other shit she got going is not going to matter at the end. It's not going to matter because you are the one they really want or scared to leave or whatever. They're used to you, basically. A lot of people just scared, man. Trust me, I'll be scared. If I got with a woman right now, got attached to a woman right now, it'd still be hard for me to walk away. Even though I know all this shit and all these videos and all that, it's still going to be hard to walk away. That's why I usually downgrade women. And then once I do that, they leave me alone. Like she cheats, I probably won't leave her alone because I don't want to, because you care about the chick. Like, fuck, she cheated. I don't really want to leave the chick alone because I'm attached to her and shit and I care about her. Downgrade. Or I'm going to fuck somebody and that's going to be a downgrade because my energy not going to be the same toward you. You know what I mean? But I don't want to leave you alone because I care about you. So what happens is usually they end up leaving me alone because it's not the same, because I'm not treating them the same as before because of what happened. You see what I mean? Sometimes females do this to men. They don't leave the man, but no more sex, no more none of this or that because you cheated. And a lot of men can't get it through their fucking skull why the woman feels this way about you. They don't want to admit it. I cheated. I fucked up. You know, there's no going back. Yeah, she didn't leave you. Now she like, you wanted to cheat? I ain't going to leave you. I'm just going to fuck other people behind your back and you're going to take care of me. Until you grow the balls to leave me alone, I'm just going to play this little game. Like, you know, even, man, my barber even said some shit. One of my barbers said some shit. He said he fucked up. He admitted he fucked up. He fucked somebody. And he took his girl to Chicago and shit. He's like, damn, she was like my wife again. But as soon as they came back to dating, nope. You thought I forgot, motherfucker? Hell no, I ain't forgot. Tupac voice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't forget shit. You just taking me on this trip. You know what I mean? And maybe in the end, if he keep doing what's right, she might forgive him. Because she might feel like he really sorry. I mean, but that type shit, man. That type shit. That's why I tell y'all, stop worrying about it. If they don't see y'all number one, just skate. I'm not about to try to convince no woman I'm better than him. I don't give a fuck what you think, man. You don't think it, you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you. The right woman will. And I will see it in her. That's all I can say. And so until then, I'm not about to try to audition. Look at me, choose me. Fuck all that. Because the guy she really like don't got to do that. So why do I got to do it? Obviously, you're not the right woman. There's no way around this shit, people. You got to be number one. All that good guy, I'm better than this and that, that don't even matter. At the end of the day, the woman that's going to like me is going to like me for me. All that other shit I got going on is just a cherry on top. Or cherries on top. But ultimately, she likes me for me. And that makes it almost impossible for another man to compare. Even if he has, because you got to keep in mind competition there, temptation there. That's why it's so important to pick somebody who you just do it for them. That's what keeps people staying around. I ain't going to say they didn't cheat. That's a lie. People cheat. You know, and maybe they didn't. But I ain't gonna say all the shit that really should keep people staying together. I'm just gonna say what ultimately will keep people together. Because you could cheat and they'll still forgive you if they feel this way about you. Like, you're the best, I care about you, I'll forgive you type shit. Who knows? Maybe I would have forgiven the exes at some point, but they had to prove it. And they wasn't willing to prove it long enough. You're not gonna say, I'm sorry for doing this or that, and we're talking about some serious shit, not no petty shit. I'm sorry for doing this or that, and then in 2 weeks, if it ain't right, then I'm gonna show my mask again. Well, then I guess you gotta go then, right? Or you stand in that downgraded place until you really prove to me that you're really sorry. Just like old dude gotta prove to his wife. That was just one thing. He gonna have to do a lot of that shit. If she's smart, she gonna make him do it until she doesn't feel hurt by the shit that he did no more. And she feel that he's sorry, she should keep running him through that shit. Because guess what? If he's really sorry and he know he fucked up, or if she's really sorry and she knows she fucked up, they're willing to do anything to make it up to you. The ones that just faking it and just want to get back in good with you so they can get the benefits of shit, that shit'll last about a month. You know, then they'll take that mask back off and do what they was doing. They'll show how they really felt about you from the very beginning of what got y'all in that position to begin with. So I don't know, man. All I know is I've seen narcissistic dudes, man. You know what I mean? Play women all day long. And guess what? They with a girlfriend. Happily. Well, I ain't gonna say they happy, but they with a girlfriend. So all that good morals, if that don't mean shit. It should. To the right person, it does mean shit. But in overall, it really don't, man. That's not going to determine whether somebody leave you or choose you or not. It's just not. If it did, then everybody would be with the right person. You wouldn't see divorce and all this other shit. You see divorce and all this other shit because people pick people based off of what they want, not because of someone who deserves it. Or should be with them, or shouldn't. Should I say should? Just is what it is. So nobody really has a concrete answer to what keeps people together, other than the fact that they feel like they can't do no better. That's the only thing that's going to make, just like a job. If you feel you could do better than the job you got, you gone. But if you don't, you're going to, even if you hate it, you're going to stay there. That's just what it is. So the same thing with a lot of these relationships. Don't make no mistake about it. All of them ain't, I'm going to say about 90% of them ain't really happy. And I hate to say that or sound like a hater or something, but it's the truth. Now the 10% that are happy, there's nothing like that. That's better than single. But the ones who are together and they really not happy, single's better. Single's better. So don't be feeling all bad and sad and all that. Because most people you see walking around this motherfucker who look happy and they luckier than me and this and that, my hair's down, and a lot of them really, you don't know the skeletons in the closet, man. You just think you do, but you really don't. Now that 10% that's legitimately happy, now that's some shit that, yeah, it's kind of envy, a little envy, like, man, lucky motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Lucky motherfuckers. That's it. That's all, people. I've seen women who get done wrong by men come to me, let me smash and shit, right? But then after so long, you're going to miss that. This is the problem when you try to jump ship right away without taking time away from yourself. You're going to go back to that person. Because you're still attached to them. It doesn't matter if they're the devil himself or herself. You're going to go back to what you're used to. It just is what it is. Because even if the other person is so much better, all they're going to do is remind you of the person you left. This is why when I break up with a woman, I don't go trying to get with another one. The last thing really, I don't even think, a lot of times I don't even be wanting to fuck. Because it's just going to remind me of them. So I take a break. No, I'm saying I try my best to take a break because it's not fair to that person. You could be coming across a good ass woman, but you're doing it way too quick and you're not getting the full reciprocation of that because you're still attached to somebody else. It's like, just think of a picture. If something is attached to this, How are you going to attach to that if you attach to that? It's going to be tough. It's not impossible, but it's almost impossible. Until the more what? Until you start breaking away from what you're attached to. The more you break away from that, then you can latch on to somebody else. So a lot of people have fumbled a lot of people and went back to exes because they didn't do it the right way. They don't understand that part of getting over somebody is missing them. That's just what it is. I don't give a fuck if they're Freddy Krueger. You're going to miss them. Because it's not that you miss them, it's the attachment. It's the experience. It's the fact that you gotta let it go. Kind of like a football player. Damn, I gotta retire. That's why they crying and shit like a big ass baby. Cause they gotta let that experience go. All the great memories and shit. Some bad memories. Same thing with a relationship with a chick or a dude. So if you don't understand that shit, what you gonna do? You're gonna run back to them, bro. I'm telling you, even after years of not speaking to exes, sometimes I miss certain things. But it's been so long, I'm strong enough that, nah, I remember what they really was doing or they was really on. Because we get caught up in this thinking somebody is who we wanted them to be and who we thought they was versus the post of finding out what they really was about and who they really are. We get caught up in sometimes slipping back to, nah, but they really this. The lie. We start believing the lie, like the Eminem shit. I love the way they lie shit. You know, and that's what happens when people leave exes. You're going to go back and forth, dog. It's part of it. But if you know this, then you can keep moving like, yeah, I know, man. I'm just tripping, man. I'm going to keep moving. Because you know what it is. It's just feelings and shit like that in your mind because your mind's been trained to believe a certain thing about them. But a good way to snap out of that is what did they show you? What did they show you? Even though you thought all this was about, even though you thought they was all this and all that, you know, you thought they was a great person. What did God show you? Once you see that, oh yeah, I remember what she did. That's what happens to me. Like sometimes you think about it, like, damn, I miss that person. But then I remember, like, damn, but what about when she was with old dude on the couch with that picture? Oh yeah, fuck that. You see what I'm saying? That's what people need to do when they break up, but they don't do that. It's called growing pains. You got to go through that process. But they're not willing to do that, so what do? They run back. That's another example of why people stick together. It has nothing to do with them being this great motherfucker that never did nothing wrong in life. That's not relationship. That's not reality, people. It's just not. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. However, that don't mean that you should be in some toxic shit, because a lot of people who are in toxic shit feel like, well, since relationships ain't perfect, I guess I should stay with this shit. Nah, if it hurts more, I mean, I ain't gonna say more. If it hurts to stay or leave, you might as well just leave. Because if you stay, you're gonna keep going through the same shit. The same pain. The pain don't stop. In fact, it probably gonna get worse because now they know, oh, they ain't leaving. After I did that, no, I really ain't about to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You ain't leave, so fuck it. I'm really gonna fuck some more women. You know what I mean? But like I said, this is how you know it's time to go. Cause it's gonna be a lot of, you know, you want to give people chances. When it hurts to stay, just like it would hurt to leave, just go. Of course, it might hurt a little bit more to leave, but it stops hurting. But when you stay, that shit don't stop. It gets worse. Imagine a cut. It's going to hurt if I go to the doctor and get these stitches. But eventually that shit going to be great. Or I can just leave the fucking cut open. Come on, man. What you think going to happen if I leave a cut open that needs stitches? Stop it. Fuck around and lose an arm, dog. Come on, people. Use y'all brains out here, man. Fuck that love shit. Logic. Even if it comes to trying to love a woman, I'm thinking logic with her. You know, a lot of this logic shit got me out of situations. Like, damn, I dodged another bullet. I knew that bitch was full of shit. I'm telling y'all, bro. But the old me, I would have probably fell for. I met a woman probably would have been and got me up by now. But, you know, I take my time and all that shit. As you should. Even if it's going great. Don't be moving in tomorrow. Fucking enjoy that shit. If y'all with somebody and it's going great, why the fuck would you not enjoy every last minute of that Cinderella shit? That shit ain't coming back. You might as well simmer that shit and let that shit marinate as slow as possible. Why not? What's the rush? It don't make sense, man. It's like a kid. You know, you rush it. You want them to hurry up and get older. Then you miss all that shit. You didn't get enough. You could have got way more out of it than you did because you rushing for them to get older. Or you could be the kid theirself, like a teenager. I can't wait till I get older. Then you look back like, man, when we was teenagers and they had no bills and shit, we had that shit made. What the fuck? Let me go pick my Mexican food up, man, before they start cussing me out or something. You know they about to close 11 o'clock. So yeah, man, that's it, man. I don't know what else to say, man. You know, I can't break it down no other way. I don't know what else to say to y'all, man. But I do know this: stop believing that good person, this and that, man. I see too many people that was on some bullshit getting relationships. They get loved to death, and then I see people who wasn't on bullshit. They single or motherfuckers shitting on them and shit. So whatever, man. Like I said, that's the main ingredient: picking somebody who is your number one fan and you are their number one fan. It starts there. And I know that's kryptonite to most females, especially if she look good and shit. Because as soon as you give her validation or something like that you want her, she's turned off. I already know how it goes in most cases. But guess what? If that woman does that, she doesn't really like you like that. Because the guy that she really likes, that one guy she really likes, she wants his validation. So it doesn't really work against him, at least not at first. But by the time it does, she'll probably be attached to him anyway. So if he's treating her good, he should be good. Because she's attached, and we already know how hard it is for motherfuckers to walk away from attachment. So if you get them attached and then you're treating them good, you shouldn't lose them. Because you got room for error. When you got them attached and they're attached to you, there's way more room for error. You know what I mean? So you literally really got to completely just fuck the shit up to the point of no return. If you think I'm lying, why you think people stay with people cheating, black eyes, and all this other shit? Still with them. Flat his tires yesterday. He's still there. I'm out, man. I don't mind being her number one fan. She just got to be my number one fan. That's it. But if I say that I'm really interested and you don't want to do it back, then we got no deal. No deal. Because I already know what that is. Nah. It's already hard. I'm already got to deal with everybody trying to fuck you. So I got to be that number one motherfucker. If she don't see me like that, I can't fuck with her. Period. End of story. There's no, not number two. No. Only way I'm being number two is if you got a man and you let me fuck. And I really don't want to do that, but that's the only way I'm being number two. Other than that, if it's not number one, I don't give a fuck why you don't like me number one. Go, get out of my face. Go fuck with him. Like Eminem said, little bitch, groupie bitch, good enough me, go fuck Puffy. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even fuck with me. What you over here for? Nah, I'm not selling for number two. You wanted them or him, and they didn't want you. Don't come this way. Because I only got one thing for you. If you try to pull that shit, there's only one thing I got for you. If that. You better recognize I'm the shit when I present myself to you. That's another thing y'all got to watch out for. When you present yourself to them and they start acting flaky and all that shit, you're not the one. You don't do it for them. If you did, they would be super interested. There would be no restriction. Now, maybe if they got to know you and then they realize they don't like you like that, then okay, that's different. Can't hate on that. She gave you the shot and all that. Cool. But if they rejecting you and all that, and then later, you already know what time it is, man. Don't go for that shit. It ain't worth it. I only got one thing for you if you pull that bullshit. Flat out. So I'm out of here, man. Number one fans. You know what I mean? That's what keeps relationships working. Because ultimately, if you think I'm the best and I think you're the best, you're not even going to really desire to want to fuck other people that's tempting you and all that shit. You see what I'm saying? So stay the fuck up, man. And y'all love yourselves until further notice, man. The best love is your self-love, man. I would not be here today if I was You know, if I allowed what females think and who they pick and all that shit, if I allowed that shit to affect me like I used to, I'd be done by now. There's no way I'd be where I'm at right now. But instead, all right, you don't like me, I'm gonna keep marching. I'm not good enough, I'm gonna prove to y'all that I am good enough. And even if you like him better, more than likely I'm probably better. So therefore, that's why you're mad at me, a lot of them. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't like me, you like him. But you know deep down I'm better. So therefore, you know that if I do get a girl that likes me like that, and I do that, and I do it for her, you know she's going to be luckier than you. Plain and simple. Because a lot of y'all dudes think, well, if I do all this and this, then that's why she's going to like me. No. That's why when women say, I don't care about a man's money and all this, they're not lying. Like, they do want a man to have money and all this other shit, and looks and all that other shit, but you got to do it for them. See, a lot of women, you can even say black women, for instance. The reason why they don't pick a lot of good black dudes is because that guy doesn't do it for them. The other guy does for whatever reason. I think they're under a curse. I think Deuteronomy 28. If you want to know the truth, I think it's Deuteronomy 28. Why they're pussy tingles for the bad ones that don't give a fuck about them, and the ones that want to do. And I think it's I think the Spanish people, because I think they're Israelites too. I think they're under the curse too. I see it going on with their shit too a lot. But whatever, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it fucking is. It is what it fucking is, bro. All I know is, hey, okay, you don't like me? That's fine. I'm still going to try to be the best man on earth. And a woman could be the same. But the problem with the female is the men are still going to fuck. This is the issue with being a woman. The dude's still going to fuck you, and then he going to leave you alone. So it's different. With a man, it's like, you rejected me, you ain't want me, you ain't want to fuck with me type shit. But the woman, it's like, he'll fuck with you to fuck you, and then that's it. So women really got to understand and really got to pay attention and make sure that they are the number one. Make sure that women really got to make sure that he's your number one fan. But the problem with women is they get turned off by the shit. When they feel that you want them or they can have you and shit, they just feel like, well, he can't do better than me. It's like you reveal your sexual market value to them. And sometimes they feel like that means they're better than you. Since you feel like she's the best you can do, a lot of times they feel like that means they're better than you. And when the guy acts like she's not better than what he can do, it makes them feel like the guy is better than her. So that's why she starts doing all these crazy things to chase the guy's validation. It's fucked up, but it's the truth. And women need to wake the fuck up and realize why this shit's happening. If not, then it's over for them. Like, there's no way they're going to last at all. But I'm in the restaurant. I'll let y'all go, man. Making a live video, man. All right, y'all, I'm out.